What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I am your boy Juan G here with
Giga T.
As always, thank you guys for joining us again. Today we are going to be discussing The Mandalorian. We have season 3 coming up on March 1st. We are excited about it. We got Grogu here with us. So today, let them know what we're going to be talking about today.
So we'll just talk about season 1, season 2, what we think about the trailer. So it seems like Mandalorian happens after
episode 6 before episode 7, right? So that gap in there.
Okay. Correct. So yeah. After Empire Strike. Strike.
Mm-hmm. No, after Return of the Jedi.
Oh yes. I'm looking at that. This is weird to look at, but yes, correct. So it happens also after the Obi-Wan series,
right?
After Rebels, after Clone Wars, after Bad Batch, after Andor, after Rogue One.
Okay. And
then it seems like Boba Fett and that happened. So all of this is happening in like 10 BBY or ABY. Do you know what BBY and ABY is?
I don't.
Before the Battle of Yavin.
Oh, okay.
After the Battle of Yavin.
Okay.
So the Battle of Yavin was the turning point for basically when the Empire took over.
Gotcha.
No, not took over. When the yeah, I guess so. I guess it was. I'll find out exactly. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
But either way, but yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about.
All right. Nice. So, well, right off the bat, I'd like to talk about how do you like the Mandalorian series? What do you think about it?
I think it's great.
How many stones did you give it?
5.
5 stones?
Yeah, 5 stones.
Same. Yeah, I'd give it a solid 5 out of 6 stones for me too.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything wrong with it. Just so eager to see what's going to come. Yeah. I think hopefully it doesn't come to an end, but eventually it will.
Mm-hmm. There goes the first yawn, people.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think they introduced a lot of characters in there. Yeah. Hopefully that pays off going in the future. So we got to see Luke. We've seen Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. We've seen Bo-Katan.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Oh, Fennec.
Fennec, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Like the Mandalorian basically started it off, and they introduced all these characters so that way they branch off into their own series.
Correct.
So basically, it's like what Iron Man did for the Avengers and all that is Mandalorian's doing for the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, but for the streaming service.
Correct. Yeah. Not the movie part, but yeah.
I mean, it's all canon. It's all the same thing, which is cool. Which I'm glad that they're not. There's not too much what's canon, what's not canon.
Right.
Basically, all of Legends they're pulling information from Legends to make it all canon. Okay. But yeah, I think it's a great show.
And I think Pedro Pascal's doing a phenomenal job. Yeah. He's doing an amazing job as Mandalorian.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been in a lot of good things over the years.
Mm-hmm.
What you said earlier today, what's where he dies with the same?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. What, Narcos? Right, he's in Narcos.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's in Narcos. Yeah.
Last of Us now.
Yep.
Hey, he's been around quite a few good shows.
And he's
a great actor.
He's a phenomenal actor, man. Mm-hmm. He's doing great. Any projects that he does, I thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah, I think he's really top of his game right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm enjoying him there, and then we get to see him also in Last of Us, which we touched on.
It's funny. I was watching the last episode with my girlfriend, and I was like, I can't listen to him and not think of Mando.
Seriously, yeah. Especially when he says certain things or the tone he uses. Yeah, you can't help it.
Dark, groggy tone.
Yeah. You put some bass in the voice. Yeah, you can hear it for sure. Yeah, I mean, the first season was great. I love the introduction. I like seeing him, work to building his armor. That Beskar armor is just badass. Yeah. And of course, I mean, a lot of people like the Mandalorian because Grogu stole the show. Yeah. A lot of people just love him.
His name is Grogu, not Baby Yoda.
Not Baby Yoda. We called him Baby Yoda because we didn't know his name the first half of the season until Ahsoka got there. But yeah, I mean, I love the way he walks. It's so damn cute. He's little it's so damn cute. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's definitely one of the top what would you call it? Because it's a show, but it's a top and second yawn. I swear I'm gonna put right here on the screen a yawn count. No, but it's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars TV films. But it's definitely high up there for me.
Yeah. I mean, just because we're nerds,
Not only
that's what we like. That's what we do this podcast for. But I mean, the acting's great.
Yep.
This CGI is not horrible. Sometimes it can be pretty bad,
especially with shows.
Yeah,
it's
outer space stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just futuristic things. If it's not done right, you can just tell it's like phony.
Yeah.
But Disney didn't spare any money. You can tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you could tell they really have a lot of like heart and soul in this project. Yeah. A lot of faith in this project.
Yeah.
All right, so in case you guys haven't seen it, check out the season 3 trailer is out right now. Yeah. It looks freaking amazing. Why don't we talk about a little bit about what you saw in it? So we're gonna be getting more Jedi. We saw that.
Yes and no. I don't think it's gonna be more Jedi because the Jedi at this point are almost all obsolete. I think we're gonna see more of a flashback.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we're gonna see more Jedi, not necessarily current, but we're gonna see flashbacks of more Jedi.
Yeah, it's gonna be the night of Order 66, and what happened there, who potentially saved Grogu.
Yeah.
And also this is the first time we're seeing Coruscant as since Revenge of the Sith, right? This is the first time we're seeing Coruscant where it's a functional city. It's not in flames because the Jedi Temple isn't being raided right now. So I'm eager to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
If the Republic, the Galactic Republic, that becomes, the Empire.
Yeah.
How they've molded to this times, So after this point, Sidious is gone-ish.
Yeah.
We know he's not, but we didn't know that. Technically, they don't know that at this time.
Correct, yeah.
The First Order is kind of building,
Yeah.
It's
the wheels are in motion now, yeah.
Right. And I think that's part of the reason why they wanted, Grogu's blood. We see in that one, it looks like I don't know if it's a back tank or not, but just some tank, some like floating like weird object. It looked like a being, but not fully developed.
Right.
So which I think is what eventually becomes Snoke, which was always being connected or controlled by Palpatine.
Yeah.
So I'm eager to see what all that's going to be. Like I said, Coruscant.
If you haven't seen the trailer, the synopsis of season 3 is him. His goal this season is he wants to go to Mandalore
to redeem himself. To redeem himself. Yeah,
to what's the word he used? But to his transgressions, to be, what's the word I'm looking for? To be forgiven for his transgressions. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. So that's what I guess that's going to be his main goal this season.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Mandalore. I think it's going to be amazing the way they do it.
Mandalore is destroyed at this point.
Well, no, he's going to Mandalore.
Yeah, but Mandalore, the city itself, like the planet, it's wrecked.
Yeah.
So it's a wreckage that he's going to, and he has to go to some waterfall underground.
Yeah.
Underneath the wreckage.
Well, that's what I mean by I'm excited to see Mandalore. Like I'm just excited to see the place. Like,
yeah. Okay.
We've only ever heard of it. Like, right. Yeah. I'm excited to see what they do with that. You saw a clip of Grogu using the Force
at the end.
At the end of the trailer.
He has like an upgraded little carriage. There's like lights on it now.
It is upgraded, right? I thought so. It's a different color, isn't it? It's not white. It's like a darker, like a gray, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a silver. I wonder if it's made out of Beskar. It could be made out of Beskar.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
And that would make sense.
So Beskar is not meant to be used for a weapon.
Right.
In Mandalore, like, culture, Beskar is only used to protect yourself.
It's more of a shield than a weapon.
Right.
Yeah. Which makes sense why they use it as an armor. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the helmet. That's why he broke down the spear, because it shouldn't have been. Except
Correct.
For his little hummingbirds that he has.
The spear he broke down to make the chainmail for
yeah,
Grogu,
but
right?
that's why he didn't keep the spear as a weapon, because they're not supposed to. That's like a disgrace to Beskar.
Right.
But then he has the hummingbird situation, which is still a weapon. Kind of goes against it, but it's the last resort.
I see it the way that like Odin said, the hammer can be used to build or to destroy, kind of deal. Like I feel like it's that type of weapon where it can be used as a weapon, but it's not meant to be. Like it's more, you know what I mean? But that's the way I see it.
Okay. Did they ever say what house he's part of? So there's 3 main houses in.
I don't.
In the Mandalorian, what was the girl that was that made his armor? What's her name?
Oh, I forgot. I'd have to go back to watch it.
The Kryze, the Vizsla, and then the Cast.
That's the blue ones.
What?
Which one?
Vizsla. House of Vizsla is the cat.
Vizsla, and that's the ones that we saw in season 2.
Yeah,
the one where what's her name?
Bo-Katan.
No, the actress.
I don't know the actress, but the character she plays.
Yeah, she's big name. I forget it. She was on Big Bang Theory a bunch of times. She was who Howard fantasized about.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was her. It was the actual her. Like she played herself basically. I'm really bad at this. I always forget like actors and actresses' name when we film. For some reason, it's like action. All the names just escape me because I don't know why that happens. But yeah, she's a very known like sci-fi actress.
The girl that plays Bo-Katan, right?
Yeah,
with the red hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 4. The one that was mad because she didn't get the Darksaber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like royal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why you kept calling her princess. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So okay.
But I don't. Yeah, I just always wondered.
That's one thing that I hope that they go into more this season. I hope we see more of the different types of Mandalorians. This season
we see that in the trailer.
Well, I hope that, what I'm saying is like I hope they spend more time doing that this season. Okay. Like I hope it's not just real quick. Oh, that's this kind. That's this kind. I hope they dive into more.
So like, there's the Night Watch. Which is another clan, like not a clan, but like a clan within a clan of like this little. That's why their Mandalorian helmets and their like vision is more like slanted.
Oh, okay.
And it's like an owl looking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Versus Mandalorians is a straight T.
Yes.
All Mandos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they're gonna, and I think by default because he has the Darksaber, they're gonna look to him for leadership, and he's gonna take a role of leadership, and then kind of step down from it. And just be like, hey, I don't want this. So they'll find some other way for him to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, to step down and someone take charge. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see Din Djarin taking the full throne or being in charge of Mandalore.
He's more of a lone wolf. Yeah, for sure.
Well, most of them are. Not many of them travel in packs. You know. Well, they do. They have clans, but they're meant to. And
it's very small numbers.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, I'm just from what we've seen from the Mandalorian, from Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian, we see him. I'm just talking about him that he seems more like of a loner.
Yeah.
Like a lone wolf type of guy. Grogu is really kind of started chipping away at that, but I feel like that's the closest he'd want to be, like closest he'd want to come to being in a group of any kind. Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. I like that he took him. You know, he kind of took him in as a son and kind of cared for him, and that.
Yeah.
Because to me, I saw it as he's doing what the Mandalorians did for him. Yeah. He's just passing that on, and he's
yeah, because season 1 they kind of played at that, and they showed him as a kid. And
no, that's how he became a Mandalorian. Yeah. They took him in.
I forgot about that. Actually, yeah.
That's how I always seen that relationship between him and Grogu. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, I want to talk about the season 2 finale. That was probably by far one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah, best entrance I think for like final like season finale entrance. Seeing Luke come in on the X-wing,
killing it,
and then force choking at the end, and just
that force choke was sick, man. Nice. I love that part.
I like that we got to see. So we saw TIE fighters in the last episode, but we get to see them again in the trailer, and they're chasing Mando in a more traditional Mandalorian, what's the word? Like a spaceship that they fly. So it's like this. The wings come out like this. It looks similar to like the. How do I say it? It's like so the wings are like this. It's almost like the Batman oh,
okay.
And then when it lands, the wings come up. So like the pod stays normal.
Yeah. So it's like this, and then when they're out like that, when it lands, it comes up. Yeah.
But like, so that's what he's flying, and the TIE fighters are chasing him. So I wonder if we're gonna see maybe the beginning of like Inquisitors.
Okay.
Or not Inquisitor, because I think they're all gone then. So like the House of Ren. So at this point, no, because at this point Ben is a child.
Right. Because again, this is before Force Awakens, so.
Well, at Force Awakens, he's already an adult, and
correct.
Kylo.
Correct.
I wonder. I'm trying to figure out where's this timeline at again.
So you're trying to see? Are you wondering like how old Ben and Rey are at this point while Mandalorian's going on? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay. We'd have to find out exactly when it takes place. Because we only know between which movies it takes place.
Yeah. Because Star Wars Force Awakens. Oh, yeah, no, see, it happens 30 years after the Battle of Yavin. 40 years after the Battle of Yavin. Yeah, so, and it looks like The Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, they all happen within 2 years.
Okay. So
not much time happens.
Yeah.
Or passes through there.
When is Ahsoka coming out again? Her series, I mean. When is that coming out?
It's supposed to be this year, but it's actually not in this map, now that you say that. This might be just released ones already.
Yeah, probably.
So Ahsoka, which one I'm really excited for.
So I'm super excited about that. What's the actress's name again? Rosario Dawson. She's in the few episodes that she's done, she's nailing it. She's doing a phenomenal job as Ahsoka. So that's another series I'm really looking forward to seeing. Highly recommend you guys watch that one too.
Yeah.
Even if you remotely like Star Wars, that's going to be a really good series.
Agreed. Live action Ahsoka release dates. Here we go. Where are you?
It should be, I think, like summer this year or something like that.
I think it is this year.
Summer or fall this year or something like that. When?
It just is this year.
It just is this year? They don't have a final release date yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
sometimes 2023.
All right.
Well, this is also part of the time where like Ezra Miller's around. We can see like
Ezra Miller. It's the guy who plays Flash.
Oh Ezra. His name is Ezra. He's a
Jedi.
Jedi.
I'm like, why are you talking about the Flash right now?
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
Why is this?
I'm like, that actor's in Star Wars? I'm like, what the hell?
No, because so Ezra and General Thrawn, they like disappear in these like whale situations, and they're like, they can not time jump. What's the thing where they hyperdrive? They have like a built-in hyperdrive, but they're like space whales. So like they are connected to them, and then they hyper jump forward. No one knows where they're at right now. So I think Rebels ended like that. No one knows where they're at.
Okay.
So she's going to look for him, Ezra and Thrawn, because she wants to fight him, because he's like a well-known threat across the universe. And it'd be nice to see if the order kind of came from him. If like during this downtime before the new order came, if he was building for the new order. And we don't know that yet. Yeah. But he's a badass.
Nice.
Maybe we get to see a live action Vader and Ahsoka. So in
like Anakin, like when he's.
So Vader and Ahsoka fight in Rebels.
Right. Are you saying like in the Ahsoka series? Are you looking forward to seeing like her training under Anakin?
No, her fighting Vader.
Oh, you want to see her fight Vader?
Yeah, a live action.
That'd be dope.
It'd be nice to see Hayden Christensen come back as Vader, and he did a good job in Kenobi.
He did a phenomenal job.
I think there's lots of room for him to come back. So Ahsoka can start off like the first couple episodes telling her past, why she's still trying to heal, why she left the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Because in the movies, nobody, unless you watch the shows, you don't know why she left the Jedi Order.
Right.
and she's a well-known in Jedi lore. Like, she's a well-known Jedi, but not a lot of people know about her because unless you watch the shows or read Legends.
Right. If you're strictly a fan of the movies, you probably won't know who she is. Yeah, or
she's never shown up in any movie.
Right.
Which is a shame, but.
Well, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor have already said that they've gone on record saying if fans want a season 2, so originally they weren't planning on a season 2 of Obi-Wan.
Right.
But it did so well and fans liked it so much that the two actors said, if the fans want it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So we already know Hayden and Ewan McGregor are down to reprise their roles. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see Hayden in Ahsoka. I think it would be freaking amazing to see that. So I hope that happens. You heard it here first if it does. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's what I was talking about. Like, so we saw the Night Watch, which are the owl looking helmets. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't give us a lot. It shows what's happening, but it doesn't really tell us what's happening.
Exactly. That's what trailers are. Yeah, if you watch any like sci-fi trailer, that's all that the trailer is.
Star Wars trailers are like that a lot.
It's meant to catch your attention and to like get you to like, oh, I gotta see that with all the action clips. But they're very good at not giving any of the story away in it.
Because all you hear is him talking about redeeming himself.
Right.
You know? And we get to see him with a droid, finally. He has an astromech droid, like what R2 is. Mm-hmm. But it helps navigate his new... Yeah, so it's like his cockpit, Grogu's, and then the astromech droid.
Right.
It's like right behind it. So he usually doesn't use droids. He rather just pilot on his own.
Yeah.
But then you see him like taking a nap while they're like hyperdrive.
Right. He basically is using it as an autopilot.
Yeah.
Pretty much, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. So we'll see how that interaction is. I don't know. Grogu's too small. Like, I don't see him in armor. Like, I just don't know what the heck's gonna happen to him. Like, he chose the Mandalorian way, but is he gonna don an armor? Is he gonna get a cute little helmet with his ears hanging out? You know, like, I just don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen. So since we don't know, let's talk about season 1 and 2, things that you liked about it. As far as season 1 goes, I just like that. Well, I kind of touched on it before, of that kind of relationship between him and Grogu, of him kind of doing what was done for him. For someone, because at first it was just a job. Yeah.
But then when he found out what was actually in it, that kind of like instinct, that parental instinct took over.
Because he was the bounty hunter. He was doing it for the bounty.
Correct.
He was damn good at it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, I like that about season 1. The just the whole storyline of it. I loved a lot. I liked a lot of the characters in season 1 were great. What's her name that played the? She was also in Deadpool. She played, was it Angel?
Oh, she plays Cara Dune.
Yeah, Cara Dune, thank you.
Was that her real name or is that her name in the show?
No, that was her name in the show.
Yeah, what's her real name?
That's what I'm blanking on. See, every freaking time. But I thought she did a great job as that character. Do you remember that little mess up that went viral of the production guy in the background of the shot?
Oh, the
guy in jeans.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. Eric Voss and the guys from No Knocks are Eric Voss and what the heck is his name?
MT or
no, not MT. Why do we do this?
I don't know why this happens. It's like it has something to do with the camera. I swear to you.
He's hilarious.
Don't think about it and it'll come to you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Whatever. So they do WikiLeaks together.
Okay.
So they talk about it. He's like, I thought we didn't notice. You know how Iron Man says, thought we didn't notice, but that man's playing Galaga.
Yeah.
He made like a comment like that. And he's like, thought we didn't notice, but that guy has jeans on his back. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah. I think that was the first time I think Disney ever slipped up like that.
Yeah. I've never seen it freaking went crazy viral. Like, it broke the internet for sure.
That guy got fired. The last editor for that one? I'm sure he did.
Probably.
Well,
or they just brushed it off like, oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Don't let it happen again.
There's no such thing as bad for us now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and it wasn't like a
negative thing. Like, they don't know what they're doing.
We kind of look for that in shows. Like, my wife showed me a picture of, what was the show? The behavioral unit people. What's that show? Criminal Minds. You literally see the cameraman in the shot. Like the full-on camera guy. Like she took a picture and she said to me, I'm like
Criminal Minds.
In Criminal Minds. I'm like, what am I supposed to see here? And then she's like, look, she's like the camera guy. And then I look, I'm like, oh, he's literally full on. You see him like this in the shot, like right here. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how the hell do you miss that? It's always fun to see stuff like that.
Happens.
I know, especially with the time frame that they have to get the show out. And it's
true.
It's more common. It more commonly happens in shows because they have a very small time frame to get the episode out in.
Yeah.
Movies go for years. They film for years, and then I just found out Harry Potter. The editor worked on one of the films for a whole year. Mm-hmm. So like they have a lot of time to dissect each scene and stuff. So that's why it happens. I love when it happens. I think it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, but so
that
was funny.
We'll get there and we'll have our bloopers.
Oh yeah, the bloopers are coming, guys, and there's some good ones too. So yeah, I think season 2 was probably my favorite one, just because we got more background on Grogu. Mm-hmm. We finally learned his name from Ahsoka. We met Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And I love that partnership between Mandalorian and Ahsoka. That was badass. Where they go to fight the one who has the Beskar staff.
Yeah.
I love that episode. That was great. And then, like you said, that final episode, that season finale, that was like, that set the bar for season finales for me, especially in Star Wars. The way they did it was phenomenal.
I think I mentioned this to you before. So she yields white lightsabers, and she got those kyber crystals from the Inquisitor that she kills in Jedi Tales.
Okay.
So that Inquisitor, she takes that, and that's how. And she takes a short staff, a short one and a long one. That's what she has. She has 2 lightsabers.
Because that's her fighting style, right?
Yeah. She usually has one backwards and one forward.
But like I said before, my favorite thing about Ahsoka is her agility and her fighting style. That's my favorite thing about her. That's why I think she's one of the most, or she's probably the best Jedi, or the best hand-to-hand combat Jedi, in my opinion. Because of her agility and her fighting style. Okay. Like the other guys rely heavily on the lightsaber, but she can mess you up just through her agility alone. Sure. And her acrobatics. So I think that's why I'm a huge fan of Ahsoka, because for those reasons. But I actually had a quick question. What color would you choose your lightsaber to be?
Oh, purple.
Yeah?
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah? Why?
Because my favorite color is purple.
Oh, okay, that's why, just because of the color, not because of what that color represents. Yeah. It represents.
It represents royalty.
The color purple does, but fittingly, the purple lightsaber represents wisdom, which just adds to why we call you the nerd with the knowledge.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that just fits even better. That's why Mace Windu
has it because he's the most skilled with the lightsaber.
Correct, and he's also because he's one of the more wise Jedi. So yeah, that's why purple. Because each color represents something.
Well,
we can.
Everyone starts with blue. Padawan,
that's the white belt of the Jedi lightsabers.
Yeah. And green is when you're a Jedi Master. Mm-hmm. That's when you can.
Which is why Luke.
So it's just the green. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But yeah, most of them have blue.
Blue
not
or green.
All of them. Yeah, not all of them. The only ones that have green is because they're Jedi Master. That's how you distinguish between them.
I want to know if, and I'm pretty sure that's why they did it, but I wonder if they adopted that, like karate or the martial arts, the belt ranking, when they were coming up with the colors and stuff. And that's what makes the most sense to me, is that they adopted that like ranking system from the martial arts to that. It just makes sense. I hope so. I hope they did that. That'd be cool. That would explain a lot. It makes the most sense. But I would choose like white. White or like a gray, because gray is my favorite color. Yeah. But I think the closest thing to it is the white lightsabers.
Would you be a Jedi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would. No. I don't think I'd be dark side either.
What would you do then?
Kind of similar to like what the Grey Order does. They're like, they embrace both sides of it. You know,
okay.
Where they, and I think the closest to it that we've seen in the movies, at least, is Mace Windu, because his fighting style, I forget what that fighting style is, but it's very aggressive, and it is
Which is why he was able to take down Palpatine.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And that's why none of the other... He's the only person that was actually able to duel with Sidious. Mm-hmm. Because his fighting style kind of... It provokes rage for him to fight with rage. Mm-hmm. Which counters a Sith's attack. Or Sith Lords or Dark Lords... the way they fight too. They're very emotional and they fight and they're screaming and
Which is I'm glad you brought that up because that's a big reason why a lot of people weren't surprised that Palpatine was raised like actual like deep fans of Star Wars that are like very knowledgeable about like what different fighting styles mean and all that. Our old boss, Peter, he was telling me, he goes, she's a Palpatine. He goes, I could tell in her fighting style. She uses the same moves Palpatine uses. So she has his fighting style. So that's why he called it. He's like, she's a Palpatine. And that's why a lot of like deep Star Wars fans weren't surprised that she was a Palpatine. Because they were seeing it in her fighting style since Force Awakens. Huh. It was like it was basically little Easter eggs of her fighting style. Like when she jabs and stuff. Yeah. That's a Palpatine move. Like,
yeah, because it's on the offensive, versus it's not defensive at all.
Which is mostly what Jedi is. Jedi's more defensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pete. All right,
yeah. Cool. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I hope he finds this podcast somehow. That'd be awesome. Because I know he was a huge Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who fan. So he actually got me into Doctor Who.
Did he?
Yeah. He was telling me a lot of facts and stuff about Doctor Who. I was like, I'll check it out. Watched the first season, got hooked.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was telling me a lot of cool little facts about Doctor Who and stuff. So he got me into that. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, shout out Peter. That's I don't know. I think it covers everything from my end.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Do you think we're gonna get a recast of Cara Dune? The Gina.
No, I think because the way they left that character, they kind of gave her an out. With how they left her character, I think they're done with that whole controversy, which I think is dumb. But
you think what happened to Moff Gideon, the guy that was wielding the Blacksaber? Do you think he's gonna just?
Shout out to that dude. He did a phenomenal job as a bad guy. I liked him a lot as Moff Gideon. I forget the actor's name. I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff, but he did a phenomenal job too. Yeah, I think that chapter's closed. I don't think they're gonna revisit that character.
Moff Gideon?
Moff Gideon? I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope to see him again. He's awesome.
Because he knew that Mandalore was destroyed.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe now that he sees them kind of gathering together, then he might be like, well, they're all regrouping. Let's go get them where it hurts.
Well, because they captured him and they were going to take him basically to jail. So that's why they didn't kill him.
Yeah, you don't think they're going to escape, or he's going to escape?
Most likely, but I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he does come back. He is in other series, and he becomes the Wong of Star Wars. You know what I mean?
No,
I would love to see him. I would love to see him in other shows and stuff.
He pulled the strings. He's the big bad in this kind of, in season 2. Mm-hmm. The standoff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like just.
Do you think he's gonna come?
I think he's still gonna play a big role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope he does.
I don't know if he is, but I think he will.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just find out if he's gonna be in season 3. Sure, IMDb will tell us right now.
Under the cast.
Yeah.
See if he's listed. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He is?
He is. Yeah. So
nice.
Till 2023. So I would imagine with this. Yeah, because like Cara Dune's character, Gina Carano.
That's her name, Gina.
Hers ends 2020. So that's the last time she's.
Yeah, and the only reason she got off the show is because of the damn controversy with her tweet.
Yeah, that's not what
I know, we're not.
No, I get you.
But that's the only reason she's off the show because Disney, Anyway.
Technically, we get a cameo from Taika Waititi because he's the IG-11. There's a statue.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see him. I think it'd be fun.
I'm glad I'm wrong. I'm glad that he's gonna be in season 3. That's awesome. That's good to see.
So he's in the first episode. Oh no, actually it just says season 3. It doesn't say how many episodes.
So do you think he's gonna be actually like current, or is it gonna be flashbacks?
Well, he's just locked up right now, so I would
So
imagine.
do you think that's how we're gonna see him, like locked up, and
Locked
they're just
up
gonna
and
be interrogating him and stuff like that?
Probably, and then escape, and then
That'd be a nice cliffhanger.
and just
The last time we see him is him escaping or being broken out.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
because if that happens, then we know that season 4 is gonna happen, or he's gonna pop up in like Ahsoka, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think he is a good character to be able to be in every series.
Yeah.
In Ahsoka, in Mandalorian, in Boba Fett.
Well, yeah,
like,
because he's a bad guy, and the cool thing with bad guys in Star Wars, like, if you're a bad guy, you're a bad guy across all the different titles that are coming.
right.
You know what I mean? Versus like in Marvel movies or DC movies, you have one guy specific to that movie. Or
like
to
Joker
that
is
show.
the Batman, and
Right.
Scarecrow is the Batman,
Right.
and they don't cross over to
Right.
freaking
Like
another.
the Empire, the New Order, they're all bad guys in everyone's story,
Mhm,
in all the Star Wars stories.
That is one thing I like about Star Wars is that it's a gigantic universe, but if you're bad in it, you're bad across the entire universe. Like you said, yeah, that's one thing I do like about Star Wars, yeah. As opposed to
And
Marvel
they have some
DC.
pretty epic ass villains, you know.
Dude,
So
you remember I listed Palpatine as my 5th favorite villain,
Yeah.
so it's like, and for that reason is that he was, just think about how gigantic the universe, or the Star Wars universe is. He was pulling the strings.
Yeah, he was the emperor of all of it.
Of all of it, dude. Like, he was behind it all. Like, you got to be a bad mother effer, like, to, I don't know why I said effort, but.
Well, yeah, to like orchestrate that, to manipulate the Republic,
Just the scope
to play
of
the
how
two sides,
dude.
and to wait till the clones were all created,
There
use
is
that
not
as your army, and then have that army turn on themselves on the Republic. Like, no one's.
There is not an ounce of good in Palpatine.
No, hell no.
You cannot have an ounce of good in you to be able to do all that. Absolutely not.
Well,
But yeah.
I mean, Rey happened, so technically.
But Rey happened in spite of that, because his daughter did not want anything to do with Palpatine.
His son didn't want.
Sorry, his son. Yeah, his son didn't want anything to do with it, so they were hiding from him. And everything. What happened?
Question.
What's up?
The clip on the trailer of the Jedis, is that somebody telling a story of back then of the Jedis, or is that a clip? Or you think
That's what we think is that it's
you
a.
think it's a clip of them finding new Jedis?
No, we think that it's a flashback of Order 66 happening.
Because it's a low shot angle, so it's Grogu's eyes that we're looking through the lens at the Jedi above him.
So we think it's them protecting Grogu, and then everything going down, and then we're gonna hopefully see who saves Grogu.
Yeah,
but they have something to do with protecting him.
So this is
that's what we think.
You think it's like somebody telling Grogu's story?
No, I think it's a flashback.
I think it's a full on flashback. I don't think it's a story of someone telling the story.
So here's this. I think Hayden Christian could be the person coming through the door, because if you look at the door, there's like a lightsaber burning through the other end, and then there's four Jedis on this side waiting. So we could see Hayden Christian as Anakin.
You think it's Anakin coming for Grogu?
Yeah, before he fought Mustafar against.
That'd be nice.
It could be him.
That's a solid theory. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, because
that would make
what else
sense.
would burn through there?
Exactly.
I doubt the Darksaber's on there on Coruscant at the Jedi Temple. Like again, it's relevant in Mandalorian, but I don't think.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And plus, if it was, the Darksaber can literally like slide through the crack and be burning down.
Maybe.
Don't you think it would fit through the doors and then cut down?
It's the same. It's still projected.
But but it's super thin though.
It is thinner, but I don't know if it would slip right through.
I mean, you can wedge it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I like that theory a lot. That is, I hope it is.
It could be.
I really hope it
see
is.
Hayden Christian again?
Heck yeah, that'd be the perfect place to put him in.
Great question.
Mandalorian. Yeah, thank you. That was awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yep. See, guys, we want more questions like that.
Yeah.
Hit up the comments with questions like that. We love it. We absolutely love it. All right, so March 1st, be on the lookout for that. We are going to be covering that for sure all season long.
There's quite a few things coming up. So we got what?
We got a lot of content coming your way.
Mandalorian, February 1st, what's it called? Wakanda Forever gets released on Disney Plus. If you haven't seen it in theaters yet. Ant-Man's not too far around too. About 2 weeks out.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, did you get tickets yet?
We'll talk about that after.
Right, cool.
We'll get those tickets.
Sorry,
What else? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good movies coming out this year and shows and Loki season 2.
Okay. Guys, we are not going to be short on content, so we promise you.
No,
we have a lot of stuff coming out. We have C2E2 coming up. Excited about that. We have this year's going to be definitely going to be a fun year and a good year for as far as content goes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So I think that covers it for us today with everything Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Anyway, stay tuned. Next episode, we're going to be covering the first 3 episodes of The Last of Us.
Yes.
So we're going to do our recap of the first 3 episodes. Talk about a little bit. We'll be able to dive more into it.
No, first 4.
First 3. You want to do first 4?
It is going to be a first 4.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we're gonna cover the first 4, not first 3. All right, even better. So we have more content. Sweet. All right, so keep an eye out for that. So I think that about wraps it up for us. So, Geeka, as always, I am with you
to the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.